Okay, so for week 6 of summer anime, the week continues. Animes are so solid. So yeah, no Jujutsu Kaisen this week, but Zom 100, new episode finally. So episode 5 got dropped. So last week we had a small break. This one, I was waiting for this anime because I love it. It's so good. Even through the production issues, I feel bad, but like the anime looks so good. The story is really funny, good vibes all around. So yeah, love the characters here. We just like, every episode we're filling something off the bucket list. Maybe if we're lucky, we fill 2 or 3 more things. Here, there's one important thing. Akira realizes he wants to be a hero. Guess we gotta do that. So yeah, they're living in the rooftop. Akira and Kensho, they're kind of like chilling, camping out. They're getting supplies, and yeah, they're pretty safe here. So right now, their main goal, Akira wants to be a hero. We also get some rundown on like what the army is doing. So yeah, the defense force, they seem to be like kind of rounding things up. Tokyo seems to be like the biggest the zombie area, but all the like remote villages seem to have it like under control as of now. So yeah, we're getting some good zombie lore. There's also some other crazy shit because there's like a zombie shark in this episode. So yeah, I mean, there was like people inside the zombie shark that was controlling it, but it was implied that like even the animals can turn to zombies, which is kind of crazy because if you see like a zombie dog or cat, it's literally over. They're just gonna chase you down. So I guess we gotta deal with that. Like, there's some lore out here. They're not explaining too much about the zombie apocalypse. They're just explaining just enough to kind of keep us entranced. So basically here, yeah, Akira wants to be a hero. So how does he do that? He realizes, okay, let's go to the aquarium because the scuba divers, the shark and alligator tamers, they have like these magic suits. There's pretty much like titanium chainmail that's like very flexible and lets them just like take bites and not get punctured. So yeah, he wears this kind of like blue Sentai shark suit, and then he pretends to be a hero. We see like in the highway, there's like a bus that got attacked by all these zombies. So yeah, like all the people are running, and then Akira's like redirecting them into the aquarium. So he's becoming the hero. He's saving people. And then who else is there? It's the girl. It's the athletic waifu we met episode 2, bro. One of the best girls. She's a bit like her personality is like kind of like a redditor. She like debates you on shit, but it's really funny to see her again. So yeah, I mean I love her. So she's like talking to Akira, but whenever Akira says something, he's like, "Oh, we met before." She's like, yeah, you're kind of like becoming a hero. You have like an inferiority complex, blah blah blah. She kind of like debates everything, uses facts and logic. The average redditor, she's like, well, actualing you left and right. So I thought that was so funny because people think she's the best girl, but if you do get into a relationship with her, she'll probably never let you hear the end of it. So she's not really my favorite girl this season, but definitely top 3. All right. Besides that, yeah, they're just chilling in the aquarium, but this aquarium isn't peaceful. So yeah, there's like some like workers that are stuck in the top floor that are zombies. There's also a zombie shark. Did I mention that? So yeah, it kind of broke free and it has legs. So there's like zombies inside the zombie shark. So yeah, it's just chasing them, and it's just so chaotic. Everyone's running. I love the colors in this anime as well. Very rainbow, and like all the blood's like very colorful. They kind of get trapped in the control room. There's zombies there, so they kind of hide in the back. But yeah, the problem is one of the girls. It's like a schoolgirl that they rescued. She kind of pushes the best girl. She pushes the athletic girl down, and she just runs away. And she's like trapped on the other side of the room while everyone's safe. So Akira's like, no, I gotta save her. Even after all the shit she said to me, she doesn't want to like be friends with me. She's too risk adverse and never work out. But yeah, Akira goes and rescues her. He's like, I don't need a reason, and they kind of like work together. So she also uses her power of like knowing random things and debating to like know like the weakness of a shark. So in their nose, they're kind of like sensitive. They have like a lot of nerve endings, especially to electricity. So their plan, she like kind of takes some discharge batteries, throws them to Akira. Akira does like an electric punch, and he knocks out the shark. All the zombies there are gone. And Kensho also helped out. He distracted the shark by becoming naked. So yeah, that's also his like one of his powers. And yeah, besides that, problem solved. What do we do after that? They leave the aquarium together. So the 3-man team, they're here, but not really. So yeah, we get her name. Her name is Shizuka Mikasuki, I think. So yeah, I mean, finally I'll call her Shizuka. The kind of like debater waifu. You'll definitely never win an argument with her, but the thing is, she is a bit tsundere. So Akira is like, yeah, I don't need a reason to save you. I'll save you because we're friends. So yeah, she kind of like loves it. Good vibes. And yeah, they kind of go their separate ways though. So they'll probably meet up soon. But yeah, basically she's finding like a way to escape, try to be safe. Akira and Kensho are just like, doing their thing, crossing stuff off on the bucket list. Anyway, after that, they realize, okay, let's go. We're done with Tokyo. It's just too much shit here. So let's go to one of the villages. So they go to Gunma. That's their plan next episode probably because yeah, that's where Akira's parents are. So he kind of wants to meet his parents, see if they're safe again, and it's also part of his bucket list. Overall, those anime, this episode was great. Really loved it. Kind of still trying to do things, not trying to die, and their relationship is getting stronger. So yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen next episode. But after all the suffering Akira went through episode 1, it's kind of nice and funny to see him just like, rapidly crossing things up off his bucket list and just being happy. Okay, so for Bleach, the 1,000-Year Blood War, Part 2, Episode 6. Another banger episode. This one we see Rukia fighting, so she's back, of course, and yeah, I mean, the numbers are kind of dwindling down. There's also a funny thing because Ichigo, his training is over, so he got like his whatever super powered ability. He seems to be like the shit. Like he is him. Like his power is like emanating through him. His radiance. He's so confident. Problem is, since he's like in the Squad Zero area, last time they like sent a spaceship to get him. They can't really do the same thing to get him back because there's like a barrier and whatever. So they have to have him run down a staircase. The staircase is going to take a whole week for him to like reach the Soul Society. So he's like, oh no, I can get there in half a day. The problem is the fighting like keeps going on. It's not even like just started. People are dying. So yeah, it's gonna take him 12 hours, and it's been 3 hours since all this shit happened. Where like a lot of these captains, a lot of casualties. Like we see, there's only like 30% of the people left. So yeah, Ichigo, we need your ass here quickly. But yeah, basically we see Rukia this episode. This episode I liked it, but it wasn't as strong as the other ones. But I mean, like it's still high quality. Don't get me wrong. Just like the other ones kind of had like intense, like pretty exciting back and forth fights. This one was pretty obvious that like they're showing off Rukia, but I mean like all of Rukia's fights seem like kind of like she's young and growing, so she always like seems to struggle and lose with her fights. And that's not like a dig on her, but it's like it just makes things pretty predictable. But yeah, overall, she's fighting like this new guy, this new Stern Ritter. The city's kind of empty, but yeah, basically this dude, he's like his power is fear. So he throws like fear bullets at you, and if they touch you, like you're just mind broken and you're scared, and he just kills you. But thing is, Rukia, oh yeah, we see like her Bankai got upgraded. So yeah, it's kind of like this ice power, another ice power, but it's like part of her sword. And basically, it makes her body dead. Her bodily functions are just shut down because this ice is so powerful that it'll like kill you. They have to basically shut down the body yourself, and then like yeah, just like no thoughts, head empty. You don't really feel fear or anything. So yeah, she's like, okay, your power ain't shit, and she like kind of slashes him with the Sub-Zero ice. Very cool. And yeah, I mean, I love to see her fight. Love these kind of like character glow ups as it got older. But basically, Rukia kind of kills him. But the thing is, yeah, phase 2. So she kind of like lets go of her ice power because if she uses it for longer than 4 minutes, her body will start to like kind of die and degrade. So she kind of like stops, lets her guard down, and that's when this guy kind of like transformed to like super fear mode. It was like big kind of scarecrow ass like demonic monster. And then this version, it's like if you make eye contact with him, like he'll scare you instantly. That's like his super special ability. And yeah, we see all the Quincy's do have like this type of like super phase 2 ability because Yo Watch kind of powered them up to give them the wings and shit. So yeah, like Rukia is just like trapped in the like kind of layer of fear, which I thought was a bit lame. Like, come on, Rukia, like I thought you kind of got character development. I thought you're like kind of not scared anymore, and you want to like protect everyone. But yeah, I guess you can't really fight through this. But her brother comes through. Yeah, this dude got injured so badly for a season, and now he's back. So yeah, that was a cool moment. Brother was pretty cool. Yeah, I've like slashes through the fear barrier, and he kind of like praises Rukia, like, "Oh, you gotten stronger." And now her insecurities are gone. He also tells her that fear kind of stems from yourself, like you don't think you're good enough or anything. So basically, once you're confident, you're not insecure anymore. Then you can see reality. You're not blinded in fear, and you can kill the guy. She uses her Bankai, but now it's like super extreme power mode, which is like her hair gets white, and a whole like kind of city turns into ice. So that was pretty cool. Like her power, it seems to be a bit like hard to use, especially against like higher tier enemies, because it takes like a lot of setup and you don't really have a lot of time in it. But besides that, that was pretty cool. We also get some lore on your watch as the episode ends. So yeah, Ishida sees that like every time these Quincy's die or fail, they get executed, and then their body and powers go back to your watch. So your watch kind of like created all these Quincy's, gave them their powers. Kind of like a chicken and the egg situation, because like how did your watch get these powers? Like, are they just random powers he's like bestowing on them, or did he like kind of extract them from somewhere else? So yeah, we don't really know about that too much, but basically it's kind of implied that your watch has to keep fighting for these Quincy's. It's implied that if he doesn't keep fighting, doesn't keep attacking people, then like I guess their society will die. Like I guess they won't have energy to survive. That's what they're implying. They didn't really tell us that too much. But yeah, they're basically giving Watch some backstory. So yeah, I mean that's kind of interesting. Basically, yeah, all these Quincy's are pretty much born from him, and they get like their random powers from him. So yeah, I guess we'll see what that's about. Also, there's some more Stern Ritters coming in. So yeah, just like this mad scientist attacking some of the lieutenants. I think there's Yachiru Wataru, who's really cute, but then this dude, he seems to like have the power to erase his presence, so if you hit him, he kind of like undoes the hit and makes you hit yourself. So I guess that's an annoying dude to deal with. But I mean, the fights here are pretty like standard. Like each guy has like some gimmick, some power. The other person is like, oh, I can counter your power by doing this. And then yeah, it goes like back and forth, and then maybe some other people come in. But yeah, overall, Bleach is insane. And I'm kind of curious how much more they'll adapt this arc into, because yeah, I think there's like 4 seasons. So yeah, that's a lot of Bleach going forward in this Blood War. Okay, so from Mushoku Tensei, season 2, episode 6. Another solid episode. Rudius in the school, he kind of hangs out with Sylphie. He's like learning a lot of things. He also hangs out with all the other kids. There's like the dude Sonobo, who's like the kind of sculptor collector, and now they're hanging out together. He calls him master. It's pretty funny. Rudius showing him like his technical skills, showing him his degenerate figurine skills. It's like kind of a weird pairing, all 3 of them. But yeah, I guess they're hanging out this episode. After that, yeah, they go into the city, and they kind of like go to like the slave store, which is like interesting, I guess. All these kind of like random fantasy slaves here. So they're basically trying to pick like someone that they can teach them magic, because they want someone with incantationless magic. So they gotta like teach them when they're younger. So okay, more lolly bait. Another young character joins the team. So yeah, Rudius adopts a random slave. This was like pretty unexpected. But I guess it won't be a true isekai without like, some slavery plotline. So they name her Juliet, and yeah, I guess we had the episode there. Pretty interesting episode, all things considered. Like the environments, the city look really nice. So I don't know what else is gonna happen going forward, but yeah, I mean, new little girl slave joins the team, and Rudius is trying to teach her magic. Okay, so for Helck, episode 5, another solid episode. We saw last time, yeah, Vermilio and Helck got sucked into this portal. Now they got isekai, so that was like pretty funny. Now they're like hanging out. They're in like this random like remote island. There's like villagers in here. It's like a little weird. So yeah, I mean, Vermilio's still like kind of aware of Helck, even though Helck is trying to help and like kind of help them rescue them, cook her food and shit. She's like, bro, he's gonna kill me. I have to like not let my guard down. So it's kind of like a funny dynamic between both of them. We know Helck is like, he seems like to be the good guy, but I mean, the demons are still wary of him. So yeah, we don't really know too much. They're trying to track down Vermilio, but yeah, they literally can't find her. So yeah, all the demons from the demon world are still like waiting out for Vermilio, because like, there's like the heroes are still like gonna attack them, like the flying ones with the wings. We see there's like one of the girls that's like exploring the human world. So yeah, I mean, she's also doing things in this fantasy world. At the end of the episode, it gets a bit interesting because there's like a raft. So yeah, Helck is building a boat to leave. And then there's like this mysterious like short wizard dude coming in. So a cliffhanger, I guess. So yeah, I mean, the story goes on, solid episode. I'm kind of interested what Helck and Vermilio will do as like they kind of hang out on this island. Okay, so for My Happy Marriage, episode 6. Oh my god, Mio, she got kidnapped. And now like her stepmother and stepdaughter are bullying her. Ain't no way. It's so sad. Anytime my girl, she needs a break, she can't get it. So, I mean, this is good because it's like kind of classic like shoujo romance thing where like the girl, they're basically trying to like break her down, make her break up with the husband. I don't like their plan because it's like, okay, the husband's just gonna like decline you as well. Kaya wants to get married with Kyoka because he's hot, but like this plan does not seem, it has a lot of flaws. Anyway, basically, it's like Mio kind of like fights back. This is the first time she's opposing the other person, which is like great character development. So now she's brave enough to say no to like her abusers. The problem is they're still like bullying her, punching her, choking her, cutting her hair and her dress. So it's kind of like, it's still rough, but she's like fighting back emotionally. And that's why Kyoka's there in like these shoujo shows, because like the dude helps the girl physically. So yeah, if you need the muscle, he's there. So he's kind of like helping complete her. And yeah, I guess they're the power couple. So Kyoka, he's so mad. He's coming in with Koji, who's like the childhood friend of Mio. So just busts in the door with his magic. He seems to have multiple powers because he can use like electricity. But he also like could seem to use fire as well. So yeah, I mean, I guess this dude Kyoku's on another level. He's fighting off like the dad and like the evil uncle dude. So yeah, I mean, it's over because he can use barrier magic. So everyone has barriers, but he's like the main husband. So yeah, I guess he's strong. So yeah, he kind of like beats everyone easily. The other dude gets so angry that he kind of turns everything on fire. It's kind of like backfires because it's like, isn't this the house you're trying to protect? So yeah, I mean, this dude's evil. No, we don't love these hoes. Kyoka comes in, rescues her. Everyone's like running away because it's the house is on fire, and then Kai is crying like, "Oh shit, this our life is literally Jover." So she kind of wants to die here, but Kochi actually rescues her. And then he's like, "Okay, we need to be together because if you die, Mio will be sad." So I guess this is like a good like turning point because now the evil stepdaughter has like a shift. Maybe she'll still be a bitch, but you know, maybe she'll kind of get along with her current husband. We'll see, but yeah, Mio's rescued, which is nice. We get an aftermath where she's like kind of rusting at home. She wakes up. So cute. I love her. Like she probably has to go through a lot, but yeah, good character moments. It was kind of insane that like this happened, like this shit escalated like this, but I mean, I guess this is good now. Probably gonna be a lot of aftermath. But I guess since the entire house burned down, they gotta deal with that before, you know, dealing with Mio and Kyoko. So yeah, besides that, you know, solid episode, anime continues. Really like feel a lot of emotions watching it each week. Okay, so for Reign of the Seven Spellblades, episode 6. So basically now she's fighting Snake-Eyed Milligan. So yeah, like her ability, she's like really strong. So her and Oliver are fighting back. Oliver's also like kind of pretty strong. So it's like a bit even. I kind of don't like how overpowered Oliver is, but they actually explain Oliver's backstory in this episode. So I guess that was cool. But basically, yeah, we get the story here. So now fights Milligan. Milligan has another eye on her hand. So when Nanau's trying to stab her in the back, Milligan like kind of reflects the eye, and it basically kind of instantly stuns you because it travels at the speed of light. So Nanao, what does she do? She pulls out her Spellblade and makes it so she can slash like at the speed of like faster than light, like before like time happens. So Nanao kind of like predict movements using the Spellblade and just instantly dispatches her, cuts her hand off. So yeah, that's like a new Spellblade invented out of just like pure adrenaline, pure need. So I guess that was sick. Nanao, like I mean her name is like Seven, so yeah, I guess she is the Seven Spellblade. She doesn't even know that she did this, but like Oliver does know, so I guess that was cool. But basically Nanao can kind of slash through time. They beat Milligan and like everything's all good now. After that though, something insane happens. So Oliver talks to one of the teachers who's like part of like this animal like abuse plotline. Oliver just like tortures and kills him because this was the dude that kind of like killed his mother. So we see like one of the blonde girls we saw earlier that was Oliver's mom that died because she like invented like the fourth Spellblade or something. And he kind of like wanted that they didn't want to like hide that information. So basically all these higher ups in this magic school, especially like the headmaster lady as well, they're part of the plotline to kill Oliver's mother. So Oliver's like starting like this secret underground organization, kind of like Eminence and Shadow, where like all these people are kind of like subservient to him and they're gonna follow his will and get the revenge. So that's kind of crazy. Like, oh shit, I was like wondering why Oliver, like our generic black-haired main character, is this strong. But now they explain it here. He's kind of hiding his true magic, his true motives, and he's basically trying to attack all these people, get revenge. So I guess the plotline is a bit edgy, but besides that, you know, Nanao is cool. The anime is going, so yeah, I'm gonna keep watching. Love like the kind of fancy Harry Potter environment. The story itself isn't like particularly strong, but overall, you know, solid episode. Okay, so for Atelier Ryza, episode 7, another solid episode. The characters are kind of growing, trying to be stronger, learn alchemy, train. So yeah, I guess I love like kind of like all these training arcs. These characters doing things on this island. There's not that much to do on this island, so I guess like, you know, they should train and be stronger. So here the main plotline is that Claudia, she wants to be stronger because she wants to join Ryza on her adventures. But the only way to do that is to be able to like kind of defend herself, fight monsters. So her weapon, she uses a bow and arrow, and she's trying to like, you know, practice, train every day. Lola's kind of like giving her some tips as well. So yeah, she's basically like practicing archery, so she's strong enough. Everyone else is like practicing as well. Tao is like reading his books, Lenta's attacking things, getting stronger. Ryza's gathering alchemy ingredients and working on her alchemy, so it's all good there. There's a plotline here where like one of the kind of traders on this island, she kind of like talks to Ryza. Her name is Bromi. She's like a main seller in the game where you can like sell things to her. And yeah, she's like very business oriented. Basically just like this girl that wants to like, you know, get married, but like she needs to find a husband first. So like she has like these dresses that she wants to see like Ryza and everyone try out. But yeah, besides that, Claudia, she also asked her dad for permission. She's like, okay, I finally like practiced my archery. I can hit the bullseyes. I can do like running, jumping shots. And now like, oh, I'm gonna adventure with Ryza. So, like the dad, he's like obviously not because it's like very dangerous. But then, like, Claudia kind of gives him, like, an ultimatum where he's like, okay, I know you're looking for, like, this rare item, so if I can find it, then, like, that's, like, the most important thing about being a merchant, you know, collecting rare goods. And if you can't find it, then you're not allowed to hang out with Ryza anymore. So I guess that's kind of cool. Overall, Ryza kind of, like, gains his approval by, like, you know, using alchemy to fix his, like, water. But everyone's kind of being serious. They're a lot stronger, and they're using their skills. They're so confident. Alright, so for Undead Girl Murder Farce, episode 6. Kind of crazy episode because yeah, there's like all these characters was like converging. Arsene Lupin attacking Sherlock Holmes. He's just flexing. So yeah, Arsene is like that dude. He's not afraid of these guys. Not afraid of Sherlock Holmes. He's like visiting their houses. He's literally trolling them. He's like, okay, catch me if you can, bitches. So yeah, in this episode, like they're kind of like going around the city. Lupin kind of like talks to Sherlock Holmes first. After that, he finds Aya and Suguru. There's like a funny plotline where Aya's cage was mixed up with like this bird cage. They'd have to like kind of run around the city, find her head, and Arsene Lupin kind of helps them. And when they realize that's Lupin, Sugaru actually fights him, and Lupin he's able to fight off Suguru, which is kind of crazy because Suguru never lost a fight in this anime. And yeah, they get away and they kind of enact their plan to like steal the safe the next day. So yeah, Sherlock Holmes, he kind of like, okay, if we lock the door of the basement, there's no way he can get the treasure during the time that he stated. So yeah, that's our plan. Just lock ourselves in. Which is kind of like an interesting plan, but it gets foiled because there's like this water thing that kind of like rains in through the rooftop. So then everything's like floating up. So he kind of like floods the whole area. So yeah, Lupin doesn't need to go through the front door. He just like goes underwater through the roof and steals the safe there. So the anime continues. Very solid mystery, European plotline with a good amount of action and detective shit. Okay, so for Rent a Girlfriend, season 3, episode 6. More cringe, more kind of hangouts with Kazuya and Chizuru. So yeah, I mean, anime continues. They're basically in the plotline where they're like kind of together during like their filming session, and it's just the two of them. So they kind of like share a hotel room, which was pretty like kind of spicy, I guess. Like Kazuya just gets so shocked and shy at everything. Simp God, but yeah, basically they kind of like start filming. They go on like this big like forest field area. Mizuhara's kind of like acting on camera, like giving her storyline. They kind of hang out at night. There's like stars in the sky, so it's like pretty romantic. But besides that, they're just talking. The movie's going good. There's no misunderstandings, and they're like kind of vacation filming trip is finished. And then after they get back, we see Ruka there because yeah, she's always coming through. So like, damn, you two-timing me. So then they're like, nah, it's just a misunderstanding. I'm already kind of set this up. And Ruka's like, okay, to make it up to me, it's my birthday coming up. So make me a promise. During my birthday, you have to do everything I ask. Any request. What's that, bro? Is there gonna be some sex happening on Ruka's birthday? I guess we'll see. Probably not. The anime is still progressing at a snail's pace, so yeah, don't expect anything to happen. No spicy developments happening in the future. And yeah, that's it for the animes this week. Thank you for watching. Psalm 100 continues to be great, so hopefully the anime continue with no more production issues. But yeah, besides that, the shows are funny. Bleach, the action is insane, so yeah, all these fights in this blood war continues. And the slice of life shows, the fantasy shows, the romance shows are all here. So yeah, thank you for watching, and please let me know what your favorite anime this week was.